You're gambling your money away if you're only relying on one way to get that phone to ring, right? And I'm here to help. So I've spent over 3,000 hours specifically analyzing what keeps smaller contractors stuck and what it takes to break free. So my team and I at Contractor HQ have literally, broken the code, so to speak, on what strategy works best. And it's a bare bones yet highly effective strategy. And we've been able to help over 100 smaller contractors grow their business with this strategy, even in competitive markets. And today I'm going to walk you through it for free. So if you're relying on one source of lead traffic, one source to make sure that dang phone ring, then it's literally like building your business, your entire business on quicksand. One small shift in the market, which means ad costs start to increase, a flush of new competitors in your market, an algorithm change. There's a lot of little market shifts that can happen, sometimes even overnight, or at least it feels that way, that quick, and boom, your business is sinking really fast. And if you don't know me, my name is David Bamber. I'm the director at Contractor HQ, and we specialize in helping contractors under $4 million in revenue develop lean yet effective marketing services and strategies, but they are specifically tailored to their growth stage, because what larger contractors can do and what need to be focused on is very different when you're up and coming as a smaller contractor. Hey, but this video is actually specifically designed for contractors at the 1 million in revenue mark, because at that level you have a larger marketing budget. You can try new marketing strategies, adapt new paid strategies. You should have a way of tracking and reporting some dashboards so you know where your marketing dollars are going. You should have a review process so you're getting consistent Google reviews, etc. So at that level, this is where this video would really apply a lot. And so up front, just want to say thank you for your time and attention. If you ever need any help, please drop in the comments. All right, let's dive in and make sure I really drive this point home that, relying on your old true blue way of getting that phone to ring, one channel of finding leads is going to end up crippling you if it hasn't already, because the market shifts. And let's, pick apart each channel, right? So let's say you have relied on referrals, right? Referrals. So you're hoping someone that you did a great job with, that you had some good rapport with for an hour or two, is going to recommend you. Okay, that's not a way to measure, certainly not a way to measure, but that's not a way to expect consistent leads, right? What about yard signs and direct mail? Now, those are great, specifically for brand awareness, especially if you have a specific offer and you're targeting, and we can, go down a rabbit hole talking about the best practices for those channels, but we call it interruption marketing. No one is actively searching for you on Google, so you're hoping that in their stack of mail, or that when they're driving by in their car or in their passenger seat, they see your advertising, right? So it's just interrupting their day. Right? Again, not a way to just rely on one channel. But let's say you're doing Facebook ads as your one channel, right? Facebook ads is a great way to build brand, to do offers, to find leads, but the algorithm changes. Recently in memory, I think a year or a year and a half ago, you can't target households of a household median incomes anymore. So, and you have no control over that. So you can't rely on that just as your one way of finding leads. Google ads, man, Google ads, especially for our clients, has been really tough because the competition has grown. And so the cost of those Google ads has exponentially increased. Local service ads. Local service ads is definitely something that we have really propped up and stood behind, and has produced a ton of great results for our clients, but not just one way of finding leads. Because, what if you have it set to 10,000 spend a week and Google just isn't spending it? Maybe you don't know how, you're running it yourself, your agency doesn't know how to run it properly, and Google is penalizing you, and you're not closing out those leads, and so you're not signaling to Google that you're actually taking care of the leads that they're sending you, so you get penalized, so it doesn't spend your budget, and around we go. Again, not a good way to rely on just one way, even if it has worked for you. What else do we have here? Email marketing. Now, email marketing is great, but you got to have a large, massive list to really be able to get any type of lead flow, right? And so, again, you want to make sure that these market shifts aren't going to ruin you. And so the best approach is you want to have a multifaceted way of getting leads. All right, next let's talk about the power of SEO, search engine optimization, and the benefits of making sure you have a strong, solid, and consistent SEO strategy to build long-term lead generation because you're going to be found in search results when someone in your market needs your services. All right, now SEO commonly gets misunderstood. Most people think it's really complicated. The other camp, people think that it takes way too long. Others, they might not even have tried it consistently, or they haven't tracked or measured the results. There's a lot that goes into SEO. But one of the things to keep in mind on the positive side of running a successful and consistent SEO strategy is, unlike paid ads, where as soon as you shut it off, you don't get any more leads, it's a pay-to-play platform. SEO, yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes consistency. Yes, it's a 60-40 partnership with you, the contractor, and us, the agency, on doing it properly and doing it consistently. But it pays off dividends, 2x, 5x, 10x, 50x long term, because you begin to saturate the market and because you become more mature in your online results. And so that's one of the best reasons for having a strong and consistent SEO strategy. All right, and I'm gonna give you a couple of tips to make sure you are actively doing and creating a consistent SEO strategy, or talk to your agency and make sure that they're doing it. And I'm going to put a little link to a recent video I did where it goes a little more in depth into what to do and how to prepare for improving your Google SEO, but also the AI search that is becoming more popular with people. People are using AI search like ChatGPT to find things that gives them more specific, accurate information. Anyways, go watch the video if you're interested in more details on that. Okay, starting with your website, you need to have a optimized website. You need to make sure it's mobile friendly. It needs to be performance ready, which means it loads really fast. And you want to have the specific core keywords that talk about your location, service areas, and the specific services that you use.
All right, hi. I just wanted to briefly touch on what an optimized, mobile-friendly, um, with SEO, financial SEO website looks like, and just real quick, some notes on how and why we build it this way. So this is one of our clients' homepage, right? And so right off the bat, it's you're seeing a specific photo of the team, right? So you build no trust and like factors. It's just the humans, it has some personality. It's got the logo and the vans in the back showing that they're professional, right? Um, you have specifically who they're serving, serving all Southern California since 1956. It builds some authority and credibility there, commercial and residential. You have a schedule now button, call to action. You have the actual number that you can click to call. And then you have the main navigation here, right? And so main navigation, all is built out during the onboarding phase when you work with our team. And each page specifically has some on-page SEO, H1, H2 header tags, which matters when it comes to Google. When a Google crawls your site, matters with your SEO and your ranking, because you want to identify, who you are and what specific service you're offering on this page, and then where you're located, right? And that should be all in the copy and in the titles. And so we build out a specific page for each type of service that you have. Um, Maintenance program, we're real big on pushing maintenance programs and promotions. So they have a call to action for preventative maintenance here, and they have three different levels. But you see they have organic photos here of the team, talks about the team, and then the three different levels of their maintenance program, and they are crushing their signups as well. And then one of the specific strategies we do for your SEO is a town by town strategy, helps build some credibility and authority in these areas. Now, you'll notice, yeah, you'll focus on one main service area, but then we do build out all the other service area pages, anywhere between 8 to 12 on average. We build out specific pages, so you begin to gain some authority in those areas as well. Um, Whittaker, I have them Whittaker. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Is their main one, as you can see here, but we build out a page for each. And something you'll notice too is you'll see the contact form. You always want to make the frictionless. So someone lands on your site, a user lands on your site that's looking for service. You want to make it as frictionless and as quick and easy as possible for someone to contact you. And again, this is all formatted properly, so the performance and the load time is really fast. So that's good. That's what Google looks for in order to, prove that you're a legit business. Um, Call to actions. Offer They offer 10 years parts and labor warranty. So again, we just structure this out based on what they're capable of, and the size of their company. They're about a 2.5 million, I believe, company, and they're growing pretty fast. Have In the footer mailing list, so they have a growing mailing list. I think 5-6 thousand, which is fantastic. Um, Promotions. We help craft certain promotions with them. California has a lot of tax credits and savings and rebates going on, so they like to call that out on the homepage, of course, but of course during in the promotions as well. So we help build that out. So I just want to quick touch on, a really optimized, well-performing website with foundational SEO, what that looks like. If you have any questions, let me know.
Next, number two is local backlinking. This can be a little time heavy, or if you're going to use an agency, sometimes it can be fairly expensive, but it's very, very important to have backlinking. So reach out to local organizations or other businesses that are relevant within your niche, within your vertical, that makes sense to guest blog and to share each other's links, so that we build some authority in the eyes of Google. Third, content creation, from what's on your website to your blogs to your Google Business Profile posts, your social media posts. Make sure that it's a guide, it answers questions, it sounds conversational. Think of it like like you're answering an FAQ, frequently asked questions. Imagine you're talking to that person. That should be the style and the format of the type of content, but make sure you're publishing and posting on those different platforms consistently. A few times a week is definitely a rule of thumb. And last, make sure you are optimizing and posting to your Google Business Profile. So make sure your name, address, and phone number are all accurate. Make sure that you are consistently adding photos. Make sure you have your products filled out. Make sure you're linking all of your social media accounts. Make sure you're posting 2-3 times a week in updates and promotions. And number one, make sure you are getting consistent Google reviews.
Really quickly, I just want to show you what an optimized Google Business Profile and talk about what engaging actually looks like. So one of our clients, as you can see, has a growing number of Google reviews. I think on average they get anywhere from 15 to 20 on average a month of Google reviews. So they have a really solid process, and they just hit 3 million in revenue. I know because we're building out a brand new marketing plan for them to go to 5 million. And so but you'll see here, right? They have their websites, the directions, call. Also, if you have a scheduling software and you want that widget on Google Business Profile, you can attach that, and you would see that in the top upper section here of your Google Business Profile. And this address and the phone number is succinct across their entire brand. So if you go to any of their directories, their social medias, etc., this is exactly with every dot, comma, space is accurate, because the AI is really anal about making sure that matches up. And then they have their products. We built out their products for them with images from their manufacturer, have their hours listed. They do have a decent amount of Facebook reviews and Angie's, so that's being reflected here in Google. We're consistently posting for them. They are pretty good about delivering organic photos to us, so that just makes their brand stand out more. And Google likes organic photos. You get a little SEO juice because there's a geotag in the digital photo that Google knows that it was taken in that location, and when it crawls it, Google crawls it, you get a little SEO juice for using organic photos. So they're pretty good about that, but we're consistently posting for them. And then we have all of their active profiles, social media profiles linked to their account as well. And then we are, and they are also consistently adding photos to their profile as well. So just wanted to give you, a quick rundown of what that looks like. Also, if they're running ads, you'll be able to see in real time what the ad looks like, and obviously they're going to try to upsell you, but gives you an idea of recommendations here, right? So Google, this is just again another sign over the last year and a half. Google's adding these features to Google Business Profile if you manage it. And so because we get to see under the hood what Google is leaning into, then we know to focus more on that because Google's spending more time and energy in adding more features to a certain type of product, specifically for home services and contractors. And that's something that we need to be aware of and we need to lean into as well as a marketing agency. All right. Hopefully that's helpful. And thank you for your time and attention. See you.
All right, next, real quick, let's talk about the success of SEO and what it takes because it's a partnership. All right. It doesn't work in isolation. All right. And, I like to say it's typically a 70-30, maybe 60-40, more heavily on the contractor for the success of the SEO because it requires a lot of consistent business activities like engaging in Google Business Profile, like getting Google reviews, like consistently posting organic photos on social media. Now, some of those things can be done in partnership with your agency, but the content, the organic content, which means photos and videos, needs to come from you. So you need to be a really active, strong participation and partner with your agency in order for your SEO to work. And lastly, one of the main things that Google looks for is those Google reviews. Not to harp on that too much, but if you're running local service ads, that's one of the main ways Google looks to see if they should be spending your budget and sending potential prospects to call you is your Google reviews. Are you getting 5-star consistent Google reviews? In our agency, we aim for a minimum of 8 to 10 reviews a month and have that review momentum. So there's not like 1,000 static reviews. Google doesn't like that, doesn't favor that anymore. But you need to get consistent Google reviews. So if you ever seen a contractor and you're like, what? I have 100 more Google reviews than this contractor. Why are they getting more business? Or, I don't know how you're measuring the appearance of them getting more business. Sometimes people saying, oh, I saw 2 trucks on the road within 3 months. However you feel like you're measuring that a competitor is doing better than you, it might be because maybe you're seeing their LSA ads up more often than yours or ahead of yours, maybe because they're getting consistent reviews and more 5-star consistent reviews than you, and Google is favoring that. Maybe they're engaging, maybe they're posting videos on social media, which indirectly helps your SEO, which helps your brand. People like that video, they go search for you. That's gold to Google. Someone's actually searching your name, right? That helps overall improve your SEO and your ranking. So again, want to make sure you understand that SEO is a partnership with more of the responsibility on the contractor as long as the agency has a deep understanding of what it takes to build a strong SEO strategy so you can, again, not rely on one channel of lead. All right, lastly, let's kind of talk about bringing this whole thing together as one system and why that has to be important to you instead of just relying on one way to get the phone to ring. Because, it's not, the days are gone of just throwing money at
fun coupons.
One page strategy and you get this phone to ring consistently. That's not how it works. There's too many moving pieces. There's too many marketing shifts. There's too many eyeballs on different platforms where your customers live. And so you've got to be there. And marketing isn't about just, pay to play strategy. It's about building trust. It's about building authority, credibility. It's about connecting with your local market. Here, I'll talk about this. So we provide, 4 buckets at CHQ at our agency. And the first 3 that we do for you aren't even really active lead generation. We call them passive lead generation. It's like building a nice house that people, want to walk into. And when they walk into it, we track it and we report it. So that way we know which area to direct our marketing dollars towards, right? And then the 4th bucket is the paid strategies, okay? So first 3 buckets are passive lead generation, passive, right? And that is the optimized website that's mobile friendly, right? Bucket 2 is the foundational SEO that I've been talking about. Not just when we build a website and build up your digital brand and directories and things like that, on page, off page, all of those things when it comes with your SEO, but ongoing SEO activities. We do the minimum best practices, right? In order to get you set up, right? SEO will take time. Even if you are a great partner with us, it's still gonna take time, all right? That's why in none of our marketing, in our advertising, in our discovery calls, none of it we do guarantees or promises, because it relies so heavily on the contractor and all of these marketing shifts. It's insane for any agency to promise a certain amount of leads within a certain amount of time, or a certain amount of ranking in a certain amount of time, all right? That's just not what we do. That's not what we're about. And then number 3 is tracking and reporting. So those are the 3 passive buckets for lead generation that we do for all of our clients. And then we add on the paid strategies. So we don't build those into your monthly membership, because we feel that contractors that work with us need to have, you know, a low monthly budget that they know that they can afford, and then when they are ready, and you know, being advised by us, when they're ready, then we can turn on the paid strategies. Okay, that way they get an option of, you know, be able to start and stop paid strategies. It's not built into, you know, one big, you know, $8,000 a month monthly bill that they have to eat, even if the leads dry up or not, right? Because contractors that usually work with us, you know, there's only certain amount of time, right? So you prioritize certain things over other things, right? A lot of our clients are still, you know, in the truck, in the van, still very much in the field. And so they only have a certain finite amount of resources to dedicate to certain things. So we want to structurally help set those things up, build those house. And once we have that you know, humming system running, the SEO has matured after 8-12 months. We have data to report on those 8-12 months. You know, they've figured out their Google review system, etc. So once we have those things set up, then usually they've softened the market. The algorithms across multiple platforms have learned about their brand. And then we can start turning on these paid strategies, and they have usually really phenomenal results. And that's the way that we play it at CHQ. And so thank you guys for your attention and your time. If you are interested in working with us right now, we have a 0 setup fee. Saves you $4,500 right off the bat. And I'll add details on what you get, although I've just roughly explained to you, but I'll give it to you, give those details in the comments. And again, if you ever need any help, please reach out, comments, direct messaging. You can email me, david@contractor.services, services with an S. Thanks again, guys. See ya.